Hi y'all, I'm Carol Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. Well, it's a little chilly outside, but I'm staying in because my box of happy came. That's right, Hearts for You, January 2025. Paper pumpkin, everything you need except the scissors, all in one box of happy. I do love these paper pumpkin kits. Now, Hearts for You, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Valentine box, and it's always good to have some Valentine cards on hand. You could turn them into Galentine cards. Well, we're going to have fun putting together one of each of the designs for whatever cards are in here, and then who knows, we might just go a little rogue. Let's see what we have. Hang on while I get this down to my creating table. Paper Pumpkin, our box of fun, January 2025, Hearts for You. I just love seeing that paper in there. And let's see, this is coming with a Real Red Stampin' Spot. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my full-size Real Red Stamping Pads. And here we have glue dots for our adhesive and cute little stamps. You have my heart, you, celebrate love, oh, you're my favorite, and then cute little hearts and the little sprig of leaves, cute. And let's see what we're doing in here. I have to save this for something, like my Stampin' by Mail. On my blog, I have my monthly cards, and I do offer those stamped by mail. I'll have my blog address down in the description box below if you're interested in anything like that. And oh, look, how fun. You're my favorite. Celebrate love. Oh, with a pretty cutout. Oh, and that's cute. Love you. Oh, that's so sweet. You know, these are definitely Valentine cards, but honestly, you can use Celebrate Love for an anniversary card or an engagement card, even a wedding card. You're my favorite. Oh, you have to make one of those for each of the grandkids and each of the children, right? And then Love You, that'd be sweet for someone's special birthday card. Okay, let's put the box aside. Let me grab my paper snips here and get into the box and see what we need. Cut it open. Everything's shrink wrapped, so there's nothing to move around while it's in shipment. Keeps it all nice and tight and safe. And oh, if I can get it open. Oh. I don't know, boy, that gave me a little bit of a fuss this time, didn't it? Okay, and so here we have some Real Red twine. We do have our directions. Usually when I open it opens up like this, and we see the directions last of all. Let's start out with the directions first this time. And yes, I do have my glass mat under here. I love my glass mat, but it does glare for the cameras. So, you know, when I'm just stamping on my own, it's not a problem. But it does glare for the cameras, and so this does shift a little bit on it. But so we have our Real Red and our directions. Directions couldn't be easier to follow. You've got pictorial directions on what to do. And look, on the inside of the directions, along one side, you've actually even got your measuring tool. So this one goes from 1 inch up to 18 inches. So, you know, measuring's a snap. But here's card 1, card 2, card 3. Here are the 3 cards together. And, oh, well, the materials you need for each of the cards, rather. And then here we have our list of products that comes in the pack. Our coordinating colors, which include Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Real Red, and then the Champagne Foil. This kit will make 9 cards. It does come with 9 envelopes. And then we've got our little die kit that goes along with this. The die kit will coordinate with 3 months of Paper Pumpkin at a time. So let me go grab the current die kit that will coordinate with January, February, and March Paper Pumpkins. Alrighty, so here we go. I have my full-size ink pad ready to go. And I did grab some acrylic blocks on your first Paper Pumpkin kit. And honestly, on many of our online kits, with your with the first paper pumpkin and in many of the online kits, you do get an acrylic block on which you'll be able to mount all your stamps. And I did want to show you, this is the Spring is in the Air add-on die kit. These little dies that are add-ons for your paper pumpkin, they cost something like 12 bucks. And like I say, they do coordinate for the next 3 months. So, these have this cute scallop heart. We've got for some branches. I guess that's going to be for a little flower in the future. And look, there's a honeybee and a honeycomb. So this is going to be fun to use, but I'm going to keep these out because we might be using this heart for one of our alternate cards, or even maybe a bee. We'll see. Okay, let me put those aside. Okay, so here are some more Stampin' Dots. Let me see if I can't get this little envelope opened. These are great when you travel. Put your necklaces down in, have the chain hanging out. They don't get tangled. Okay, so here we've got, oh, cute little flirty flamingo hearts. And like I say, the glue dots. We'll put those in there. Here are some dimensionals to add some little pop and pizzazz. That'll be good. Some heart card fronts. Here are our lovely envelopes. We've got 9 envelopes. Nice. Lets them know it's a bit of love coming in the mail. Okay, so we've got some plain red card bases with the stripes. All right. Here's some more card fronts with different hearts on them. Oh, that's got a little, look, that's a cutout. That is a cutout. So we've got some die cuts that we can save for something else, but we've got a little peekaboo action going on there. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those. Okay. Whole rows of hearts and a couple little banners for sentiments. Okay, there's 2 sheets of those. Oh, a pretty flirty flamingo colored marbled. Isn't that pretty? Some more larger banners for our sentiments. And here's several big hearts, our die cuts. Like I said, all you need are the scissors. You saw even in the directions to measure the string that came, you know, the twine that came. You don't even need something to measure because it's on the directions. All you need are your scissors when you're doing a paper pumpkin kit. But here are several die cuts. And then here's some more card bases. These have little, oh, these have little hearts. I don't know if you can see them on the camera or not, but it's all rows of very, very pale blush hearts. Okay. And champagne foil hearts. Love, cute. Oh, look how pretty these hearts are. Oh, lovely. Yay. Okay, and then we've got some cardboard. Save that for another craft project. And then you do have your black line drawing here. Just put a little bit of tear and tape up each side, and this does make a storage envelope to slip your stamps down in, so that when you've got your stamps and the directions sitting in, I don't know, like I keep mine in a, they're sheet protectors, they're like pouches that go in a notebook. So with this nice black line, you know exactly what your stamp set says. Okay, so there we have everything we need. So let me get all this cleaned up and organized, and let's go ahead and get started with card number 1. Okay, I am ready for this first one. We are using the marbled background card base and the card panel that's got the 3 hearts that do pop out. Because look at there, you get to peek through. Everybody loves a peekaboo look. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, according to the directions, let's go ahead and get out our little sentiment banner there. And we need our heart also. Okay, so put that right there so everybody can see what I'm doing. Here I have my sentiment die cut. And tap, tap, tap. We never push and smush. We just tap, tap, tap. And then right here, just make sure to get it right in the middle. I love these photopolymer stamps. You can see that they're all completely inked up, and you can see exactly where you're putting it on your thing. Let me grab my simple chamois. This simple chamois is great for cleaning off your stamps in a hurry. Put that right there. Okay, now I'm going to take my red solid heart. You know, the stamp set came with 2 hearts. One is open and one is solid, so this is the solid red. I'm going to kind of put it more on the corner here and ink it all the way up. And it shows to put one here, kind of crossing over that pink one. And it shows to put one right underneath that open spot. And it shows to put one over here down in the corner. Whoopsie. Let's get that up in the... There we go. I was kind of out of... Sorry about that. I'll do better. I will do better. Don't want to get it out of camera. There we go. So we've added a couple hearts to that. I'm going to wipe that off so I don't get red hearts all over my sleeve. I don't want to wear my heart on my sleeve. Now it says 20 inches of the real red twine. So I'm going to pull this open. Actually, I'm done stamping at the moment. So let's close that up, get it out of the way. And yes, I did just get ink on myself. Oh well. So it says 20 inches. So here I've opened up my directions. It goes up to 18. So I'm going to run it to the 18. And then I'm going to grab an extra 2 inches. Give a little snip. Put that aside. And what do we do next? Okay. Now I want to tie it around this panel. Okay. I'm going to tie it around the bottom of this panel. I'll be honest with you. What makes it much easier for me, I'm going to be able to do it this time. Maybe not. Okay, what I always find easier is I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot down right here where I want my bow to be. Okay. Stick it there. All right, now I can tie my bow. Much easier for me to do that while I have it stuck down. There we go. There we go. Okay, got my bow, my saucy little bow, little jumpy thing there. There we are. Okay, make that side a little smaller. Okay, now what do we want to do? Now we want to put dimensionals on the back of this panel. Let me flip that over, grab my dimensionals, and I could do it one of 2 ways. Then I grab my take your pick tool, and you can either use your take your pick tool to grab and pick up your dimensional that way, or you can use tweezers, or you just use your fingers. I prefer using my take your pick tool or my tweezers. Okay, actually this makes getting the adhesive off easier too. You can always just chunk the adhesive, the little, pick your adhesive safety wax paper. Or with your tweezers. There we go. Now, make sure you give your card base a good press with your bone folder. Sit this right in the middle. Okay. Now, to finish off, we want the pink and foiled heart, and we want 2 of these foiled hearts. We want the outline, and we want a solid. And we want some of our little heart embellishments. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our open heart. That's this one right here. Whoops. Okay, here we'll use a closed heart. Is that the... Okay, I don't want to use that one. This one says it's the plain closed heart. This one. Okay, we're going to put this one down here. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of our pink heart. Put this one like so. We're going to pull this heart, open heart shape, put it there. Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. And now I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. What I do with the, okay, there we go. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and these little heart jemmies, we need to put one here, and one here, and one here, and another one here. So cute, so cute. And this is actually showing another one. We'll just put that one right there. Oh, so cute. Okay, almost done. Now we need to take our stamped sentiment. Let's toss a couple of dimensionals on the back of this. Oh, so cute. You're my favorite. Oh, that one shouldn't go there, then it's in the way. Okay. You're my favorite. Oh, isn't that sweet? And I'm going to put this one back on this cellophane. Let me trim this a little bit. There we go. Oh, how cute. Look how fast that got done. And isn't that just adorable? I love it. And I'll bet the next 2 coming up are just as cute. You ready to take a look? Let's put the next one together. Okay, here we are with card number 2. So with card number 2, we're starting out with the card base that has the very light hearts on it. And remember we had this sheet of all the little heart die cuts and a couple banners? We're going to use 6 of these. That's right. I've already pulled out 6 of these heart-shaped die cut. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to put those, guess what? They're going to go right on top of the lightly printed hearts on the card base. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the stamping out of the way. There's only one little bit to stamp. It's the word you, and we're going to put it on this little tiny short banner. There we go. You. There we go. Now, let me get cracking putting these rows of hearts on the card base. There we go. Now for the hearts. I'm using a red die cut heart and a Flirty Flamingo kind of marbled die cut heart. On the back of the Flirty Flamingo, I have already put 3 dimensionals, and on the back of the red, I've put a couple of glue dots. And I'm going to take these glue dots off and stick it flat onto the paint. Now, according to the directions, we are going to put this heart right in the middle of the card. Okay. There we go. It does ask for a bow to be made out of 8 inches of the red twine. And I happen to have that right here. Before we stick the red twine heart down, let's go ahead and get the gold foil word love. Oh, cute. And on the back of the word you, we do need 1 more dimensional. And stick that right there. So we've placed it so that the dimensional is actually on one of the hearts in the row, and the word crosses over the heart. We're going to grab a glue dot here, and we're going to put a glue dot down right there. Pick it up. There we go. Put that little heart right there. Put the bow. Oh, look how sweet. Love you. Oh, isn't that cute? That is cute. I like that. Okay, and we still have another card to go. Let's see what we've got. Okay, here we are with card number 2. So with card number 2, we're starting out with the card base that has the very light hearts on it. And remember we had this sheet of all the little heart die cuts and a couple banners? We're going to use 6 of these. That's right. I've already pulled out 6 of these heart-shaped die cut. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to put those, guess what? They're going to go right on top of the lightly printed hearts on the card base. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the stamping out of the way. There's only one little bit to stamp. It's the word you, and we're going to put it on this little tiny short banner. There we go. You. There we go. Now, let me get cracking putting these rows of hearts on the card base. Here we go. Now for the hearts. I'm using a red die cut heart and a Flirty Flamingo kind of marbled die cut heart. On the back of the Flirty Flamingo, I have already put 3 dimensionals, and on the back of the red, I've put a couple of glue dots. And I'm going to take these glue dots off and stick it flat onto the pink. Now, according to the directions, we are going to put this heart right in the middle of the card. Okay. There we go. It does ask for a bow to be made out of 8 inches of the red twine. And I happen to have that right here. Before we stick the red twine heart down, let's go ahead and get the gold foil word love. Oh, cute. And on the back of the word you, we do need 1 more dimensional. Stick that right there. So we've placed it so that the dimensional is actually on one of the hearts in the row, and the word crosses over the heart. We're going to grab a glue dot here, and we're going to put a glue dot down right there. Pick it up. There we go. Put that little heart right there. Put the bow. Oh, look how sweet. Love you. Oh, isn't that cute? That is cute. I like that. Okay, and we still have another card to go. Let's see what we've got. Those others came together so quickly, and this one's going to be just as quick. Now we're using the red with the subtle stripes card base. Of course, we want to give it a good press with a bone folder. And we're using this panel with the heart on it. I have already put the dimensionals on the back, 1 on each corner and 1 in the middle. We're using this beautiful foiled heart, and I'll show you how we're getting that on. And then we're using this sweet narrow banner, and we're going to stamp that with Celebrate Love. Cute. Sometimes stamping on these little narrow white banners on the white background, you kind of have to make a guess if you're, if you're missing the banner or not. But there we go. So I've got that done. Let's get that out of the way. That's all the stamping we're doing. Now, to get this, well, let's go ahead and put the heart panel on the card base. Directions say go ahead and do that, so we will go ahead and do that. You know, I always follow directions for 1 of each of the designs before we head out on our own. So there we go, right in the middle. Now, to put the dimensionals on the back, these are kind of smaller than the size of the dimensional themselves, and it could show through, but you know what? They're just foam. All we do is we take our paper snips and we cut the dimensional. That's right, you just cut it and find a spot where it'll fit. And we're just going to put a few of these cut dimensionals on the back of our foil heart, that florally foiled heart. Oops. Right over the red heart. Oh, isn't that so pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. We're going to put 2 glue dots on the back of our sentiment here. So nice. Okay, now we need these little hearts. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and using the putty end of it, just going to push against these embellishments. One there. Oh, that's so sweet. This is the sweetest card. Oh. I don't know if it's going to show up so sweet on camera, but this is the sweetest card. Look at that. Oh, this would be so cute for an engagement card. Yeah, or an anniversary card. Oh, yes, an anniversary card. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really like these cards. And look here for the envelope. You know, don't forget we have the coordinating envelopes. There are enough of the foiled hearts to use to close your envelope. It is gummed, but of course it's so cute just to add the little foil heart to close the envelope. Oh my gosh, I love it. I think that is so pretty. I need an anniversary card and this is going to be it. But you know what? I've still got materials to make 6 more cards, but I think maybe we can do a little something special. I want to use my dies. I want to use my dies. And once you use up all your card materials, you still have your stamps and your coordinating dies. So let's see what we can do with what we have left. Hang on. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm doing here is pulling out my Stampin' Trimmer, and I am going to take this red card base that came in the kit, and I'm going to cut it in 2. We've got both the front and the back are decorated, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it right along the score line. I'm actually going to cut it a little short of the score line because I want to cut the score out. You know, a score line is very, very thin, but it still does take up a little bit of space. So I'm going to cut that score line right off and get rid of it. There we go. Now, so here I've got 2 card bases, one card base cut into 2 card fronts. Let me put one aside for the moment. I am going to need a, whoops, what was that? Okay, so I'm going to use one red card base that was cut into a card front, and I've got a basic white card base. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it 4 1/4. Okay, so that's your basic card front. Let me get this out of the way. Wow. Okay, now, this card front is going to cover the entire front, okay? We're not worrying about covering it quite yet. So what I have here, this is gold glimmer paper. It's the regular gold glimmer paper. I've got a sheet of silver in there, but it is not the fine glimmer. It's a rather bold glimmer, and there's a reason I want it to be a bold glimmer. Now, as you'll see on my graph paper, this is measured at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, we're going to put that in the middle of this card front. Let me give this card base a good press with my bone folder. Okay, I'm going to take some liquid glue here, and I am going to simply put some glue on the back. And put it right across the middle. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these Alphabet a la Mode dies. Alphabet a la Mode, aren't they cute? Yep, got lots of dies here. And I have pulled out the L, the O, the V, and you guessed it, the E. And I'm going to cut. Now this is going to be these are very thin letters. If you've got some of the older thick letters, that would work really well too. Because these are so thin, I'm going to cut out the word love from here. But because they are so thin, that's why I want such a bold glimmer behind them. Okay? The fine glimmer paper is not quite as bold as this. Now, I could do this on my little mini Stamp and Emboss machine. Isn't that so cute? And it folds up. But this is a really shaky card table, so I'm not going to do the cutting on the table. I'm going to take this over to the nice solid countertop and cut these letters out, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and once again, I seem to be crafting in chaos because what I was planning to do is not going to work. What I was planning to do was, okay, I was going to use the foam adhesive strips to put behind the cut out letters to raise them up. Well, let's take a look at something here. These Alphabet a la Mode dies are very thin, and look how thick the foam adhesive strip is. It won't fit behind the letter. So, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I got something else in mind. So now what I have is the word love cut out in this cute patterned paper, and I can use that somewhere else. Yeah, I can. I'll use that on another card. So, what I am going to do, it is a bold, look at that, isn't that great? Look how the gold shows up through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of, let me grab some of these glue dots from the paper pumpkin kit, and I'm going to put the glue dots on the back of, this is the center for the O. Okay. So yeah, that is a little bit less than I planned. But oh, I know what I can do. Alrighty, I know what I can do. There's two options here, and I think I'm going to use both options. So let me put this down here in the middle. There we have love. Now, in the, oopsie, let me silence my phone, sorry. In the paper pumpkin kit, we did get heart outlines and solid hearts. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I think the open heart's cute. Okay, before I figure out where I want to put the open heart, I do want to take a little, okay, I am all bamboozled here. Okay, so I've got my word you, and I'm going to stamp it on a little bit of tag. Okay, I've just got some scrap cardstock here. I'm not going to use the tag from the kit because let's pretend I've already used it for another card. There we go. So I'm just going to do that and just snip it out. Take my paper snips. There we go. Help if I cut it straight. There we go. I'm going to cut it very close. Cut it close. Okay. Now, I'm going to do some heat embossing. So we've got Love You. Now, I've got two options. I can emboss gold or I can emboss white hearts. I honestly think I want to put white hearts on this, just outlines of white hearts. Maybe one there. Well, I do have the solid hearts. I can put a solid heart there. Maybe a solid heart there. White heart here. You know, there's nothing that says I can't let a heart run over the side. So I can put a big white heart there, and then just a couple of little, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 little hearts. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me take that stamp off and put this one on. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to clean. Let me make sure this one's clean. Okay. Grab this block. Alright, now let me find my white embossing powder. Okay, so man or woman makes plans and God laughs. So we're going to take some VersaMark and let's get some VersaMark on the open heart, and we'll put the open heart right there. And why don't we put another open heart down here. There we go. And a couple little solid hearts. Put a solid heart here. Solid heart here. Okay. Let's make sure to cover the VersaMark before opening the embossing powder so that we don't get embossing powder on the VersaMark pad. Alrighty. So we're just going to hold this over and pour some on there. Yes, I probably should have used an embossing buddy. That's okay. Don't we all just keep a little brush handy so that if we have stray powder, we can easily clean it up? Not a big deal at all. And here we go. Whew. I definitely should have used my embossing buddy on this one. Okay. Carol. Yay. Okay, that is probably as good as it's gonna get. So before I turn the heat gun on, I'm gonna shut the embossing powder. That would definitely make a mess. Okay, it's kind of loud. All right, well that's cute. Now where are we gonna put the U? We can put the love U right there. That's cute. Okay, let's get this card base back out here. And let's go ahead and put dimensionals all around the back. Raise it up a little bit. You know what? I'm going to use these foam strips. There we go. I'm going to put a little more here and there for stability, extra stability. There we go. Yes, these are my sticky scissors. I don't know what happened to my, I always had that red pipe cleaner on there, and I don't know what happened to it. Okay, now we just take the protection off the back. Always. Okay. Oh, cute, cute. And should I raise that up? I'm just going to stick one little dimensional behind the sentiment, pop it up. And you know what else I have? I have got, put the love you right there. Oh, that's so cute. But look what I have. I have some of our adhesive back heart sequins. Go ahead and pop some heart sequins on the front of that bad boy. If I can get it open. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Live TV, yay. Okay. Now we'll definitely put a heart sequin there over here. Cute. We'll put a little one up here. Oh, so cute. One more. And one more. Put one right in the middle. Should I put one right there? I cannot believe I did that. Let's just put that one right there. Oh, but you know what? It turned out pretty cute. Yes, it did. That is so cute. And that nice, and that bold gold glimmer paper was a good choice to put down there because that really shows up through the thin, thin letters. Lovely. And then you just put what you want inside, like, you're my favorite. Well, that turned out cute. Not quite what I wanted. Not, well, right now, it's exactly what I want. It wasn't what I expected, but I think that's cute. So I have plans for the other side of this card base that we cut in half. So let's move on. Okay, I'm going to need another basic white card base. So I'm going to take my regular 8.5 by 11 sheet, put it in my paper trimmer, come over to 5.5. And this is one thing I love about the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. Your markings go all the way up, so you know that you know, even if it's flat against the bottom, if you had actually cut a little piece off already and didn't remember, this will show you if it's straight or not. So I take it to the 5.5, cut it. Now I've got 2 card bases. I'm going to turn it, bring it to 4 1/4, and I'm going to use the gray scoring blade. Got my scoring blade and my cutting blade both here on the track. So now I've got my another basic white card base, and I'm going to give it a good press with the bone folder. Okay, now we're going to use this one, this front that we've already cut off, and I had cut the I had already cut the score line out, so it is a little bit short, so I'm going to trim it even a little bit more. Instead of being 5 1/4 by 4 5.5 by 4 1/4, I'm going to make it 5 1/8. Well, 4 1/8. By 5 3/8. That way I'm going to have a nice, even, little, tiny, thin, white border all the way around it. Okay, like so. Okay, now remember, the dies, there is that coordinating die set. Spring is in the air, and it had this big scalloped heart. Well, this big scalloped heart is going to cut out a heart shape plus a scallop shape. So I'm going to cut through the red card top, and I'm also going to cut through the white card base. So it's going to go all the way to the back. Okay? And yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to cut it out of this, and this is fine glimmer. It's different from the other glimmer paper. You see, it's much more delicate. It's not nearly as heavy and bold a gold. So I'm also going to cut a heart shape out of this. So let me take this over to my nice solid counter and get these cut out. Okay, I have got all kinds of hearts cut out here. So here I have a scalloped heart and a solid gold glimmer heart. I've got a solid red heart, a solid white heart, a scalloped red edge, and I should have, yep, there it is, scalloped white edge. Okay, what I want to do, I want to surround my red heart with the scalloped gold edge. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that going to be pretty? Okay, now how am I going to make them stick together, right? Here's what you do. You turn it over, and I am going to be putting these on dimensionals, so that definitely helps. So here I have the heart fitting right inside the scalloped, gold scallop. And I'm taking my dimensionals, and I'm going to overlap both the gold and the red with the dimensional. Okay, now let's put some dimensionals in the middle of the red just to be extra. I'm going to put a little bit more around the edge there just to make sure it opens, and okay, there we go. Now, see, it's connected. Yay! I took the shortcut way when I ran it through and cut it, I literally cut through both of these layers at the same time. The dies are really good. You can do that. Okay, so let me just take some glue. Put a little bead around it. There we go. And especially because there is a heart-shaped cut, it should be fairly easy to line up. There we go. There we go. Yay! Now, we're going to put this in right in the middle. I'm excited. Oops. Okay, now it's time to do a little bit of stamping. But look, so now when you open the card, let's make sure there we go. Isn't that cool? So it looks like that. It's so cute when it's shut, but then you open it and you've got the big heart still there. Isn't that awesome? I love it like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a nice scrap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these mixed label dies. I love these mixed label dies. Look at that cute crosshatch. Isn't that adorable? That is from one of the dies. Yeah, so I really like these. Where's my crosshatch die? There it is. There we go. So this has the banner. It's got that cute crosshatch. It's got a couple of word windows. It's got a little word window. It's got something, a cute little more ovally thing, and a little leaf. So I'm going to use this die, and I'm going to stamp in red. There we go. In my real red, I'm going to stamp "You Have My Heart." Put it right here in the middle of my little scrap. It's about a 3-inch scrap. Okay. Because the heart's all scallopy, that's why I want it kind of fancy. So let me run over and get that cut out real quick. Alrighty. So we're back. Let's take this out of the die. Whew. If I can. Go. Oh, nice. You have my heart. Let's put some dimensionals on the back of that. Now we want to make sure we don't get any dimensionals on the heart itself, because then, okay, here's what we're going to do. If you put a dimensional down and you think you may have it in the wrong place, what you can do is, on one side of the Take Your Pick tool, you've got your little pokey side, right? But if you take it out, you've got this spatula. You can use the spatula to get right up underneath your adhesive and just get it right off, and it doesn't damage your cardstock. There we go, like it never happened. Like the chaos never happened. I want to make sure to get it down in the corner because I want to be sure not to get it on the heart, because then it'll kind of be glued shut. Okay, there we go. You have my heart. Oh, cute, cute. Now we need to do a little something. Let's pull these adhesive back hearts back into service. Oh, do we want to put a little, let's put a little, let's see if we want to put a little bow on here. Yes. Let me grab one of the glue dots. Put it right there. Cute. Go. Sweet. Well, this is coming sweet. Okay. You have my heart. That's cute, and that's nice and simple. Or, like I said, we could pull these back into duty. Let's just do maybe a little one there. Little one there. Little one there. Oh, I think that is sweet. That is simple, precious, and then if you only have one child or only one grandchild, then you could stamp the sentiment, "You're my favorite," across the bottom. Oh, that is simple and it is sweet. You have my heart. Oh, I like when you open it up and you still have your little embellishment sitting there. I think that's cute. I do have another card in mind, and let's just continue with the chaos. I'm a little tired and this can be fun. Hang on. Okay, one last card. So remember I cut a card base. This is the other half of it. So I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score it at 2 1/8 because half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. So now what I have is a cute little fold. So it'll fold that way, and this will fold backwards that way. I grab my bone folder, give it a good press. There we go. Now, this panel right here, the original design with Paper Pumpkin had it on this card base, but I have completely used up the card bases. So, well, I do have one left, but I'm going to make another anniversary card. But anyways, I am short one of these card bases, so I have an extra panel. So what I'm going to do is I took this basic white card base, folded it where it comes back. Now, I have just some old designer series paper. You just find any kind of designer series paper that's, you know, Valentine-ish. This is cute, I think. And what I have, it's 5 1/2 by 2 1/8. I've got 2 of those, 5 1/2 by 2 1/8. And so if you glue them down on this little front flap and on the base right here, it kind of looks solid. So that's what we're going to do. Stampin' Up. They, you know, their papers are always double-sided and so cute on both sides. But I just want the more plainer side for now. Well, let's get that there. There we go. And let's get a little bit of glue on the back of this. And wrap this video up. I have some stamp by mail packets to get ready to mail out. If you want to stamp by mail, every month I do have a card class, and you can order a kit that I had at the card class and I'll mail it to you, and that information's on my blog, but you might want to take a look at that. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to take this panel, and this panel is going to go on the front. Now what I'm, let me straighten that out just a tad bit. Got kind of crooked. Wet glue gives you a minute to move things around. Our all-purpose glue. Oh, menage. There we go. There we go. Now it matches. Look, it looks pretty good, right? We're going to do even better. We're going to go ahead and finish this card. Whoa, sorry. We're going to finish this card panel like the original directions were. Okay. As I said, I'm going to finish this the way the original directions intended. So I'm going to get my Celebrate Love. And on this, like so. This one. Okay, I've already put dimensionals on the back of my heart. Let's get these all off. What is that one? It did not stick. Put some dimensionals there. Oh. There we go. And we're going to take a couple of these little guys using the putty end of my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to get one. And two. And three. Oops. Doesn't happen very often. Don't usually drop them off the Take Your Pick tool. There we go. Cute. And now to put a couple of dimensionals down the side. We only want to stay on the side that's going to be on that panel. And there we go. So cute! So pretty. Celebrate Love. And then it opens like that. How cute is that? Oh, oh. Love it. Love it. I love all these cards. I hope you like these cards. Give me a thumbs up if you do. And let me get this all cleared up and let's take a look at what we've done. Okay, let's see what we had done on our craft table today. So first, We have this with all the cute little rows of hearts across. Isn't that cute? Love you. And don't forget, all of the cards come with the coordinating envelopes. So here we have a love you full of hearts. Then we have celebrate love. Isn't that sweet? I think that is the prettiest card. Yeah, that to me, that's a good anniversary card. Okay, with our glimmery, our gold foil heart on top. And this, you're my favorite. I love it, I love it. That is so cute. And then using the materials, we also did a love you, and this did have some extra like white powder embossing and the adhesive backed heart sequins, heart embellishments. So we have that one. And then we have You Have My Heart. And remember, this is the one where you open it up and our heart element is still on the inside. I think that's fun. And finally, using just some old designer series paper, we have Celebrate Love again, but this time it's a fun fold, kind of like a Z fold, but super simple. Just a regular card base and then fold the front half back. So those are our 6 cards. Of course, you could have done 9 cards, 3 of each of these, but I still have some materials left, and once you use up all of your materials, you still have your stamps to use. And don't forget the coordinating Spring is in the Air dies that has the heart die in there. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And as always, until next time, keep making the world a beautiful place. Bye now.